Boom. What up, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. This is me, Rich. On this channel, I talk about zines, DIY publishing. Basically, if you're into creating your own art and distributing it, you might want to consider subscribing. And if you want to help us out, go ahead and check out our Furrow Comics zine anthology. Basically, it's different comic book artists in here, and it's subversive comics. This is what we publish, and if you're interested in that, there'll be a link in the show notes. Beyond that, let's go ahead and get into today's episode, which is going to be about block printing. Boom. So recently I had got a zine by a zinester, Ed. Your zine is the one that really got me thinking about block printing. It was something that I had always wanted to get into because I want to print on black paper. I have a concept for a Halloween comic that I want to make. Obviously, to make a whole zine through block printing is not impossible, but damn it would be pretty rough. But nonetheless, I saw Ed's zine and it made me think of like, I still haven't tried block printing. So eventually I got into it. I've done more than these two, and it really is a process of learning how to make it look good. One of the tips that I saw online was to do a lot of patterns. They say that in block printing, you want to do patterns. And honestly, all the videos that I saw, it looks to be true. It looks to be the more patterns and the more you have going on, the better it looks. And so these are the two that I did that I thought looked pretty decent. Here goes one of the ones that I messed up, which, as you can see, like, I'm trying to use it the way I draw, and you can't use it that way, right? This is a different medium, and I think to begin with, you have to understand that as you go into this. I ended up using this kind of like a scratch to just try to figure out the movements of it, right? Kind of like when you get a new brush pen or a new marker or whatever, you kind of try to figure out the way it functions. And so that's pretty much what I ended up using this for after I realized like this one's not going to work. And I have other ones that look even worse than this. So I want you to see, this is what it looked like. It looks pretty messy, but let me show you guys the results. So here goes that one. Boom. Right, because what I ended up doing, because these are smaller, I rolled it onto there and then I just plastered it down. Boom. That's what I did. And I feel like it came out pretty good. This one looks pretty decent. And this is where I finally tried some of what they were talking about of like creating more patterns and really doing a lot of scriggles. But as you can see here, it looks very scratchy. It doesn't look like there's a pattern. It just looks like there's a lot going on, but the pattern is not there. So it's something that I got to work on a little bit more. Now going to the next one, you can see this one doesn't have any patterns. I don't mind this, but it does look fairly boring. So I don't know if I'm going to try to spoof this up, but then I keep thinking to myself, how would I spoof it up? And this is one of those things where sometimes you got to be bold enough to mess up something you think you have pretty good. Actually, there's a movie that I saw not too long ago where it made that comment of like, in order to be a great artist, you have to be good enough to make a decent painting and then bold enough to make a great painting. So that's it for me right now with the block printing update. I will go ahead and keep practicing this and giving you guys updates whenever I get the chance. If you guys have any tips, hints, or suggestions or videos that I should watch about block printing, please go ahead and put that in the show notes so that I can peep that out. Beyond that, man, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let your homies know what we're up to. And once again, if you guys are interested in the crazy merch that we make as well as the zine that we publish, go ahead and hit that link in the show notes. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.